Oh, hey! I didn't see you there. I was just, doing a bit of research about Jabba's palace. Let's go ahead and jump on into the intro. Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we are going to be working on the Jabba's Palace display. Now, at the end of last episode, we had finished up the last of the foam construction and finished off some pieces that I think add a little bit more detail to the overall display, and we're going to kind of continue in that trend today. I'm going to be designing more accessories that fit in and kind of fill out this display. Now, some of them are going to be scratch built, and for the first time ever, some of them are going to be 3D printed. So this is a really exciting episode. Let's go ahead and jump on in. The first thing we're going to do is print off Bib Fortuna's throne from the end of Mandalorian Season 2. Now, I've never shown this off on the channel before, but this is my Creality Ender 3 Max. It's a 3D printer that I just recently purchased, and I've done a few prints on it, but this will be the first one for this project. Now, the file that we're going to be printing, I got from Thingiverse. It's from a user named Jolly the Good, I believe. I'll definitely link it down in the description in case you guys want to print one off yourself, but it is an amazing replica of the throne for your 6-inch figures, and is definitely worth checking out, even if you're not doing a huge palace display. But anyway, super cool. 3D printing is something that I've not messed around with before this year, so I'm super excited to show it off on the channel. Now let's go ahead and watch this thing print out. No, I'm just joking. There's actually like 20 hours left. Let's start something else. Alright, while that throne is printing off, we're going to go ahead and try and make some of the other pieces of furniture that are scattered around Jabba's throne room. The first one is going to be his little barbecue grill. And the way we're going to be constructing that is with this. This is called chipboard. I've mentioned it before, but it's basically the same kind of cardboard you get on like a cereal box. And if you want huge sheets like this, you can pick them up from like a Sam's Club or like a Costco, something like that that has like, you know, big pallets of stuff. Sometimes they'll put this in there and they just like to throw it away. Or if you can't find it there for free, you can buy huge like 100-foot rolls of this at the hardware store. I think they use it for like templating or something. I think they call it template paper, something like that. But you can get this, tons of it, for cheap or for free. We'll also be using these here. These are like little coffee stir sticks. They're like little wooden sticks, basically similar to like a toothpick, just longer. You could use, you know, straws or little styrene rods if you can't find these. And then the next thing we're going to be working on is a little table that sits in the very back of the throne room that you can barely see. And I just want it, you know, because I know it's supposed to be there, and I kind of want to fill up some space. But we're also going to be using this chipboard for that. And I'm also going to be using some popsicle sticks. So everything that we're going to be doing here is going to be a fairly cheap, easy way to make, you know, pieces that don't necessarily need to be, you know, 100% detailed, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Alright guys, it's the next day and the Bib Fortuna's throne from The Mandalorian is finally finished printing. It turned out absolutely beautiful. I'll kind of hold it up closer, hopefully you can see all of that. Absolutely amazing. It did take almost 24 hours for this thing to print off though, which is insane. That's the longest print that I've done up to this point. And now that it's over, I've started another print. It will be the little like armrest hookah thing that is on Jabba's throne. And this one is going to take about half a day to print. So let's just go ahead and cut back when it's finished. Alright, the little throne hookah armrest thing has finished printing, and as you can see here, this isn't the greatest model in the world. It is rather low poly, and I had a ton of trouble getting rid of the support material that I generated on there, so this thing really does need a lot of work. But hey, it was free, and half the time it's going to be covered up by Jabba anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. If you don't actually recognize this thing offhand, and you know, for most of you, I don't know why you would, it sits on the edge of Jabba's throne like this, and this is where his little hookah thing goes. I did print off a couple more pieces here. These are the little gargoyle heads that go on the front of Jabba's throne. I printed out a ton of these to make sure that I had enough, but these will eventually be glued onto the front of the throne just like this. And of course, I'll include the files for these down in the description below because they really are nicely modeled, especially for something that's so obscure. I was definitely happy to find these. I also printed, if I can find them, they're very small. Here's one of them at least. I also printed off the little Rancor heads that go on the front of these armrests for this Bib Fortuna's throne. And I just want to show this thing off again because it's absolutely amazing. If you guys have a 3D printer and you're interested in Black Series figures, this is a must print. Frankly, it looks awesome. It prints out standing on the bed just like this. And that ensures that all of this writing back here prints nicely with basically no support at all. So really, really cool piece there. And I do also want to show off these little pieces here, the little furniture pieces that I actually made myself. Now, this thing here is like a little rotisserie grill thing that sits behind Jabba's throne on that little elevated platform. And this was something that I couldn't actually find a free 3D model for on Thingiverse, and the only one that I could find, the only 3D model I could find was pretty expensive. And I said to myself, you know, this is one of those things where I think if I can make it myself for free, you know, it may not look as good as the 3D model, but honestly, I don't really need to pay for it. It's hidden in the background and half the time you can't even see it. And I said the same thing about this table that goes in the very back as well. Now this one here is not my finest work, I will say. I'm kind of disappointed in myself with how this one turned out. Also at the same time though, it's at the very back of the diorama, and I would say probably 99% of the time you won't even be able to see this thing. So I'm not super worried about it, you know, despite knowing that I have more potential to make a more intricate table. I just didn't really feel like it was worth it for something that you can't really see. So anyway, let's go ahead and finish up this video by throwing these things into the display. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, as you can see, I have everything set up in the display, and frankly, I could not be more pleased. You know, I think every time we add another element to this display, it just comes one step closer to being finished and having that really claustrophobic nightclub feel that I feel like Jabba's Palace always has. And I have to say that the 3D printer totally changes everything. The fact that you can find files that are available for free online and print them and be working on something else while those print out is a total game changer. And it definitely allowed me to make some things that I would struggle to sculpt myself super easily. And you know, even better, they're working on it in the background. So one other thing that I want to mention, this is kind of a downer, is just explain where I've been. You know, I've been gone for probably a month and a half. I haven't uploaded any videos, and I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. And normally I don't talk about my personal life here on YouTube, but I feel like this time I can't really explain what's going on without, you know, kind of saying what's been going on. So earlier this year I graduated with a bachelor's degree, and I've started working a full-time job, which is super exciting. I'm really happy where I'm working and everything, but it is definitely stressful to learn a new job and to be a new graduate. So I've just been really tired from that. And on top of that, I'm kind of battling some burnout here on YouTube. And that's sort of culminated into me not uploading any videos because I don't want to push through the burnout and make something that I'm not proud of or that I don't seem enthusiastic to be presenting to you guys, because you'll definitely know. I've done that in the past and I've really not been happy with it. So I wanted to make sure that I am excited about the videos that I'm bringing to you guys and that I'm excited about the stuff that I'm talking about. So I feel like I'm starting to kind of get back in the groove, and I'm ready to start bringing you guys some more videos. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, make sure to leave a like and comment, and make sure to subscribe, because that shows me that you guys like this series. So anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later.